If you're thinking of moving to Connecticut but have heard some scary bedtime stories about how expensive it is, you are lucky you found this video. Let's get right into it. I've got real numbers, real monthly bills, real life experience from helping thousands of families relocate here every single year. And today we're walking through what it will actually cost you to live in Connecticut in 2026. Housing, groceries, utilities, taxes, commuting, insurance, the weather, and all the sneaky little expenses that hide in the bushes waiting for your checkbook to run down. One of these is going to surprise you, and not in the way most YouTube videos talk about it. Let's start with the 800-pound gorilla in every family budget: housing. Connecticut's statewide median home price is hovering right around 385,000, fluctuates to 400 or so depending on the month, and that is accurate as of 2026. That number sounds manageable compared to some coastal states, but that number is just the headline. It's not a reality. The closer you look to the major employment hubs like Stamford, New Haven, Hartford, shoreline towns, prices climb fast. Fairfield County routinely sees median home prices well over 700,000 in many communities. Parts of Westport, Darien, Greenwich, Weston, Easton say, "Hold my beer," and make that look conservative. On the flip side, Litchfield County, Windham County, parts of Hartford County, some parts of New Haven County, they offer significant more house for the money. And here's what most buyers don't expect: Connecticut has no county government layer for property taxes. That means each individual town carries most of the tax burden, and mill rates vary wildly. You can have two identical homes priced at $450,000, 20 minutes apart. One can easily cost you $500 a month more simply because of the zip code that it sits in due to the mill rate. Same house, same price, different town line, completely different monthly budget. That is a Connecticut-only nuance that catches relocating buyers off guard every time. Here's another unexpected factor: inventory in Connecticut is heavily skewed towards older homes. We are a historic state. That means charm, character, stone foundations, beautiful colonials from the 1800s to the 1920s. It also means old insulation, older windows, older oil tanks, older mechanics. Many might be working, but they're not winning awards. You fall in love with the charm, but the furnace will send you a thank you card every month in the form of a bill from the contractor fixing it. New construction exists here in Connecticut, especially in towns like Cheshire, Southington, Milford, and along the shoreline a little bit, but it typically carries a much higher upfront cost. However, newer homes often cost less to operate monthly because they're more energy efficient, there's less stuff to fix. So that's a conversation most relocation videos skip. The question just isn't, what does this house cost to buy? It's, what does this house cost to live in? If you want stronger monthly affordability, towns like Bristol, Watertown, Prospect, Torrington, New Hartford, parts of Southington, they can offer better price per square foot, quite a bit of value, and more manageable tax structure. They have low mill rates. Here's where local insight matters. Two streets in the same town can have different sewer assessments. You could be in a special tax district because of the fire department. Some neighborhoods have public utilities, others rely on wells and septics. That's another thing that's scary to a lot of people. I've always had a well and septic. They're not scary. You just need to know about them. Some homes require flood insurance even when they aren't on the waterfront. Some waterfront homes don't require flood insurance. My team walks buyers through these variables every single day because the goal isn't to just get the keys, It's to build a budget that actually works long term. So now let's talk about the home styles and how they impact your cost of living. Connecticut is like a box of chocolates. Colonials, capes, raised ranches, split levels, antique farmhouses, condos, even new builds. Each one comes with a different financial personality. Colonials, beautiful, spacious, but more roofline, more siding, more rooms to heat, longer driveways to plow. Raised ranches, great value. A lot of them had electric heat. In Connecticut, that can make your utility bill wave at you like an overly friendly neighbor. Condos, lower purchase price, sometimes. HOA fees can add up quickly. Sometimes they hover in the 2 to 500 range. I've seen them as high as 1200 per month. And here's an insight most people don't hear. Insurance costs in Connecticut vary significantly based on proximity to water, age of the home, and even the roofing material. We have great resources when it comes to that as well. Ask me who you should call for your insurance quote. Some older homes also have knob and tube wiring. Do you know what that is? It's outdated. The panels might have to be replaced. Some panels aren't even insurable. High premiums, they might have to be upgraded before the closing. It's not drama, that's underwriting reality. Insurance is tough now. Now let's shift to the utilities and the weather because Connecticut has four distinct seasons, and at least two of them seem personally offended by your electric meter. Winters are cold, bone chillingly cold. Heating is a major line item on your monthly budget here in Connecticut. Whether it's electric heat, oil heat, gas heat, propane, or if you have a pellet stove, you are going to know you are paying that bill every month. It's going to be one of the highest utility bills you pay every month in the winter here in Connecticut. Many homes in Connecticut still rely on oil heat, and if you're coming from the south or the west where electric and gas dominate, oil delivery can feel like you're stepping back in time. You fill a tank a couple times a year, prices fluctuate. When oil spikes, budget spikes. For a typical 2,300 square foot home, electric bills can spike from $280 to $600 per month, depending on the usage. Natural gas is available in some towns, but not everywhere. Propane is common. Electric heat is typically the most expensive option. And here's a rarely discussed strategy. Connecticut residents can choose third-party electric suppliers. Most people just accept the default rate through Eversource or United Illuminating, but you can actually shop your supplier and sometimes lock in a better rate. That's not flashy content, but that's real savings every month, and that's what we're talking about. My team shows new residents how to compare suppliers so they're not overpaying simply because nobody told them and they had no options. Now let's talk about commuting, where the cost of living meets your sanity. The average commute time in Connecticut is about 26 minutes. That's manageable. But Fairfield County commuters heading towards New York can spend significantly longer on trains. Gas prices usually hover towards the top of the national average here in Connecticut. Currently, as the time of this video, we're at about 320 to 360 a gallon. Here's a hidden cost almost nobody mentions: train station parking. Some train stations here in Connecticut charge you $300 to $600 a year for commuter parking lot access. That's an added expense that you won't see in your Zillow mortgage calculator. And since we're talking cars, here's one that really surprises people. Connecticut charges property tax on vehicles, not just when you buy the car, every year. It's based on your town's mill rate, and depending on the age of your vehicle, it can run anywhere from $300 to $1,300 annually. Some towns are more, some towns are less, but every town has a tax bill on your car. Beyond budgeting gas and commute times, Connecticut has back roads, side streets, and local routes that can completely change which neighborhood really fits your lifestyle. Small shifts in where you live can mean big savings in time, tolls, and most importantly, stress. That kind of nuance is something my team walks relocating families through every single week. So it's not guessing after you move in. So now let's zoom out and look at groceries and your daily expense. Groceries in Connecticut slightly run higher than the national average, but not dramatically. You will find Stop and Shop, Big Y, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Costco, the usual lineup. But here's something interesting. Because Connecticut is geographically small, you can often shop strategically across town lines. Some areas have noticeably different grocery pricing patterns. It's not extreme, but families who pay attention can optimize where they shop when they shop. Sales tax here in Connecticut is high. It's about 6.35%. Very straightforward. Connecticut consistently ranks among the top states when it comes to healthcare for good reason. We have Yale New Haven Healthcare, Hartford Healthcare. They are strong systems. The pro, high quality care. The con, premium costs are higher depending on your employer plan. Next up, education. Connecticut public schools consistently rank high nationally. That's a huge value add. But here's the flip side. Towns with highly rated schools often have higher property values and higher taxes. It's funny how that works. Parents frequently face this objection. Do we spend more monthly on the house and live in a neighborhood that has the schools that we want? Or do we save money and buy in a housing area that the prices are lower, but now we have to pay for private school? There are tons of great private schools here in Connecticut, but prices can range from $6,000 to $20,000 per year. So that decision dramatically affects the real cost of living. Next up, we're going to talk a little bit about lifestyle because this is where Connecticut quietly beats everybody. We have town greens, summer concerts, farmers markets, fairs, parades, fall festivals, winter celebrations, and many of them are free. Have you ever heard of the Prospect Car Show, the sock hop? It's amazing. People come from across state lines to come to it. State parks, they're free. Beach passes for residents on shoreline towns, they're often only $20 or $40 for the whole season. Non-residents, if you're from out of state, you could pay $100 or more. That's an unexpected bargain that most relocation videos skip. Lake communities may require town stickers for your boat launches. It's a small cost with a big lifestyle perk. Outdoor living here doesn't have to be expensive. There are so many great hiking trails, awesome places to go kayaking and mountain biking. Next up, let's talk about the airports and travel. We have Bradley International Airport in Windsor Locks. We have Tweed New Haven Airport. Easy access to JFK and LaGuardia if you're willing to drive or take the train. We have multiple airport options, and this means cheaper flights when you compare your routes. That flexibility saves you money over time, especially when it comes to remote workers or families who travel frequently. Now we have to talk about income taxes. Yes, Connecticut has a state income tax. But here's the bigger picture. We also have strong municipal services, well-maintained communities, awesome roads, strong public education, and access to healthcare and insurance that actually works. You get something for that tax. Whether it's worth it depends on your lifestyle and your priorities. But let's address one of the biggest objections I hear. Is Connecticut too expensive? The honest answer, it depends on how you live. You can live in Connecticut very comfortably inside your means on a middle-class income if you choose your towns strategically. Understand tax structures and pay attention to heating sources and insurance requirements. Or you can overspend quickly by choosing purely on emotion without understanding the monthly ripple effect. And that's why data matters. That's why planning matters. If you're planning to relocate to Connecticut, there are so many nuances that can pop up, and I'm only scratching the surface with a handful of topics today. There are dozens more that influence what it really costs to live here, and that's why our team loves helping new residents plan ahead. Reach out by email, shoot me a text, and we can personalize a timeline just for you to get you here in the great state of Connecticut. Let's wrap this up clearly. The biggest pros: high quality of life, 4 true seasons, amazing schools, access to beaches, lakes, hiking, healthcare, airport flexibility, the ability to shop electric suppliers and get your electric bill down, free community events, low cost outdoor access. But all of that comes with some cons. The biggest cons: property taxes vary wildly by town. Heating is very expensive in many homes. We have state income tax. You have your annual car property tax. If you're down by the shore or by the rivers or by some of the lakes, you're going to have some flood insurance, and that might be a concern. You're going to have traffic on the major corridors, and Connecticut can absolutely feel expensive. But it can also be surprisingly manageable if you understand the details before you move. If you want a custom breakdown based on your lifestyle, your budget, your commute needs, my team helps buyers compare towns, utilities, tax implications, and long term operating costs so you can build a confident, forward thinking plan. And if you're curious of which 3 Connecticut towns I believe are the smartest move for 2026, check out that video where I break it all down. Click the link here to go check it out now.